What's up YouTube, I'm Josh Newlin. In this video, I want to explain how good you actually have to be to play college soccer based on my experience. Alright, so before I say anything else, before y'all go say I clickbaited you or whatever, I honestly can't give you an exact standard of how good you have to be to play in college soccer, to play pro, to play at any level. It's impossible. And other sports, you can kind of fine tune a little bit more and give more of a sort of standard, like football, basketball, baseball. When it comes to soccer, so much of it is subjective, and it's your IQ and just a lot of immeasurables, really. So I want to make that clear. I can't give you an exact standard. I can't tell you what the average college soccer player or high school player looks like, or what all their stats are, things like that. And you're not going to walk away from this video knowing exactly how good you have to be. What I am going to do is share through my own experience, share through other players I've heard as well, players that have played around in high school and in college, and try my best to give you an idea of what it takes, what you need to play in college. I also got the inspiration from this video from Caleb Wu. He made a video pretty similar, but he takes a different approach where he talks about a lot of the other things other than just skill level wise of what it takes to play in college, specifically D3. So I highly recommend you go check out that one after watching this one. It'll be linked in the top right, I think. Top right? Yeah, that's where the cards go. So my approach is going to be more about skill level, just real talk. How good was I compared to my teammates, compared to the players we played against? And I'm going to be playing some of my high school and club highlights in the background while I'm talking, so let's get into it. So I'm not going to explain my full story. I'm really just going to focus on my junior and senior year, because those are the years where the vast majority of recruiting is done. That's when it's make it or break it time. If you want to hear my full story, video is linked in the top right. But the summer before my junior year, I started playing club again. I played club from when I was 8 till about 12, and then I think that was 5th or 6th grade, and from that point until my freshman year of high school, I didn't play soccer. So 7th and 8th grade, I just played American football. Freshman and sophomore year, I just played high school season. I didn't play club. So only for about 3 months out of the year, I was focused on soccer. Summer before my junior year, I started playing club again. And this alone should tell you that you don't have to be in a super elite club since you're 4 years old to play college soccer. I think not many people have that misconception, but there are some teams and clubs that will try to give you that idea that it's elitist and you're not going to get offers unless you play for our club or you join an academy or play at a really high level. I took a 4-year break from playing club soccer year round, and I didn't even start playing competitive soccer till I was 8. So those two things alone tell you that that's not true. A lot of it depends on the work you put in. And when I started playing club, I was on my B team pretty much till the spring of my junior year. As far as my junior high school season, I was definitely one of the better guys on the team. Regularly starting, normally playing full games, full 90s. But I'd say I was just a bit better than average as far as my touch, my athleticism. I definitely wasn't a standout. I was a physical, solid defender. I won all the headers, and it was hard to get past me. But other than that, there weren't any particular standout things about me, which you can probably tell by the highlights. And then on my club team, I'd say I felt like I was right in the middle, maybe a little bit better than average on my club team, but still not playing with the A team, not going to the big tournaments till springtime. I think in the fall with the B club team, we played about 8 games. I think I had a goal and 2 assists. I was playing wing. I was a decent winger. I think I was better than most of the other B teams we played. On my B team, I felt like I should have been on the A team. But in the spring, when I went up to the A team for a tournament or two, I did notice, again, I got a bit of work to do. I wasn't really behind, and of course, during my junior year, I was putting in a lot of work almost every day in the gym and training, working on my touch, going out and just playing, even if it was just kicking it around. So I was very steadily improving bit by bit, day by day. And I was sending out a few emails, although only really to the schools that I'd like handpicked, like a handful of schools. And I'd been to one camp in October of my junior year, and I did pretty well. I felt like I fit right in with most of the guys that were also there. Definitely wasn't one of the best or the standouts, but I knew college soccer was realistic. I could definitely do it. The summer before my senior year was when I just put even more work in. I had 2 camps I went to that summer, and again, neither of them, I think I just blew away the competition, but I was definitely better than average players there. I did good, boosted my confidence, learned some things, great opportunities, great experiences, and was starting to take my training a lot more seriously. In my senior year, playing club in the fall, we kind of barely got enough guys back from the year before, and also some new guys to have a season, if you can even call it a season, because we played maybe 4 or 5 games. And I mean, the team then, I'd say I was probably one of the best guys on the team, top 3 players probably. But there was also a lot of guys that left. I think we had the same team from my junior year. I probably would have fit right in. I don't know if I'd say would have been one of the best on the team, but it would have been a solid player. It would have been a better team overall, I think. And when we played teams, as a team overall, we were pretty good. Like I said, 4 or 5 games, so we were not, elite club. My defensive highlights, at least the highlights, I looked like a brick wall. I played solid. Again, mostly just defensively, not the best on the ball, but hard to get past me, winning the headers, 1v1s, good defender. And I was playing center back and outside back for my club. In my senior high school season, in the winter, I transitioned to winger. And I feel like this was one of the times where I got way better just overall as a footballer. A lot better touch. Obviously, again, it's consistent. It wasn't just a magical moment, but touch improved a lot. My technique and things, I just felt very confident. I'd say I was probably top 5, top 3 players on the team. And it wasn't that I was the standout in the rest of the team, way better than everybody else, or this or that. There's guys better than me. And a lot of those guys didn't get any offers, and it wasn't because they weren't good enough. It was because they didn't put in the work to send out emails and keep their grades up and things like that. So I took all those things to my advantage to get these opportunities. And when we played other teams, I'd also say I was one of the better guys in the field. My stats were not the greatest. I mean, we went 0-12 my senior high school season. I had a goal and an assist, and my highlights were quite good. I had quite a few chances and good little plays here and there, but again, nothing like crazy. As for awards, I was team captain my senior year. I was all-region honorable mention, and then I was all-district second team. So our district is 5 teams, and there was a few guys on my team that got first team. So again, clearly I was not this standout player, and everyone knew, oh, that guy's going to play college soccer. Oh, that guy's a beast, this, that. I was a good, solid player. I could play wing, I could play outside back, I could play center back. And this time was when I was finally starting to excel, other than just being that guy that wins the headers and is hard to dribble around. But by no means some 5-star prospect. And like I mentioned, right after the summer ended, I started sending a lot of emails out, and I got quite a bit of interest. I think when I counted up, there was about 17 schools that were interested. I did not say offers. I did not get 17 offers. I really only got literally 1 official offer. But as far as the schools that were interested and were suggesting or hinting at offers or visits, things like that, serious interest, about 17 schools, and I don't think a single one of them was D2 or D1. Part of this, because I started my recruiting process late, kind of already screwed myself for the D1 and D2 schools, and also with those D1 and D2s, that a few of them that responded, they all wanted to see me play in person, which is hard because I wasn't playing in too many tournaments and playing for a small club as well. And like I said, I really leveraged having good grades, test scores, and just putting in the work to email these schools that the vast majority of other high school players weren't doing. I was not standout player. I don't have awards that I can just show you with my trophy case. I mean, I was above average player at a small, mediocre club and at a very bad high school team, just to be honest. You know, I had one NAI give me a solid offer, a good offer, but I wanted to get further away from home. I had another NAI, very interested, but didn't have my major. Had Shriner University, where I'm going right now, very interested. D3, so I couldn't get athletic scholarship offer. And then I had another D3 in Texas that was very interested, and a few other schools that were interested, but pretty much other than those, just too far away, too expensive, didn't have my major. So it ended up with a ton of offers or a ton of choices. And I also want to mention that when I committed, I actually committed before my senior year highlights were out, which senior year highlights were way better than most of my other highlights, to be honest. I think my fall club senior highlights were probably why I got recruited. It's just solid defender. But I also want to throw that out there because most interest I got was before that video got posted on my NCSA account. I also think some things worked to my advantage as far as my size. I'm about 6'1", 180. And when I went to college, I was being recruited as a fullback, and then about a week in, I've been a center back ever since. So being that size, being in a lot of my highlights, and just my overall play style, I'm pretty physical. I think those things worked in my advantage because college soccer, physicality is important. And I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys, to be honest with you, to explain this. You do not have to be the best player on your team to play in college, to get a good opportunity at all. I've known guys that are quite a bit worse than I was senior year or junior year, and they end up with as many offers, if not more, or offers at better schools. I've known guys that have been way better than me and haven't gotten any offers, any interest. Some of them just didn't want to play in college. Some of them didn't really try to, but they would have liked to. It's so cliche, but it's so true. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. So leverage all your other things. Get good grades. Reach out to coaches. Be vocal. Be a good teammate. Be a good leader. Have other things to your name if you don't have all the soccer awards. So I just wanted to give you guys some real honest talk. And like I said, when I mention things, I'm really not trying to brag at all. And again, I don't have much to brag about. I've came a long way since high school, and I have a long way to go still. I just wanted to straight up tell you guys, at least my opinion on how good or bad I was in high school, and the skill level it takes to at least get opportunities to play in college. Once you get here, that's a whole nother story. Again, I cannot tell you if I was the average high school player or the average college soccer commit, recruit, or any of that. I can't give you guys a strict standard, but what I can do is my own experience, kind of explain to you. And I think this should also be kind of a video, like if I could play in college, just about anybody can. As long as you put in the work, you constantly improve, you email, you make a good highlight video, get good grades, put it out there for coaches to see. I don't want people getting the impression that I was some legend in high school or club at all, because I was definitely not. So thank you guys for watching. Like I said, Caleb's video inspired me, so be sure to check that out. They'll also give you the full picture about all the other things you need to be able to play in college soccer, like I kind of mentioned as well, and specifically D3. So it talks about your finances, your grades, a lot of the important stuff I didn't mention in this one. If you want to play in college soccer, I have a full playlist of all these different areas that are important, of how to get recruited, about making a highlight video, how to email coaches, how to call them, how to go on visits. I have a full playlist. I'll link it in the top right. And if you did enjoy this, please hit that like button and subscribe for more weekly content similar to this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on Saturday.